What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and if you're like me, you like to design your own custom homebrew worlds for your D&T campaigns. But if you're also like me, you have a lot of great ideas and a lot of sketches on notebooks, between notebooks, drawings on your phone, all this kind of stuff, and you're really looking for a place to get it all together and really build out and flesh out that world. You may come up with, say, something like a world map or a city map, but you really like to integrate them all together. And if you're looking for a great tool that will help you do that in the future, stay tuned. So, if you recall way back in the day, I actually had done a video on a map building program called Dungeonfog. I actually own the program. I had backed it many years ago. And it is without a doubt one of the easiest to use and most in-depth mapping tools out there for designing, I guess I would say, floor plans and battle maps and things of that nature. It is completely community supported. You can export and import community-based maps that are generated and then use them to alter and add them to your game and tweak them as you see fit. So why am I talking about Dungeonfog? Well, the folks at Dungeonfog have just developed and launched a Kickstarter. There's only a few hours left still to back it, called Project, I'm going to call it Deios. I'm going to guess is how you pronounce it. But let me jump over here and show you. So you can see here it's blown immensely past the goal. 55,000 approximately US. We're at 440,000. People want this. So what is it? You can see there's 4 hours to go as I'm recording this. We'll watch the video. But if you look, it's basically an expansion essentially of Dungeonfog to build world and city maps. So you can see all these detailed different regional maps. So, if you're like me, everybody knows about Incarnate, I feel like. I think that's not a secret in the community or anything. But that's really good at building a world level map. And that's usually what I use it for. But it's not really good for this, right? Your city maps or even down to your battle maps. So what will Project Deios let you do? Build a world map and then a regional map that you can zoom in on. And then when you click on the town itself, you can zoom in and get to the town, and you click on the actual, so you can kind of see here's Zionar, here's the region of Zionar, here's Aldgard, here's that. Then you click on the Rusty Dragon, and it'll actually link you to the battle map. Like, you can get to that level, and that's fantastic. And that's something I absolutely strive to have in my games. Whether I'll actually be able to do it, who knows, but this will let me get closer. Also, one of the great things about Dungeonfog, as they mention here, one-time purchase you can choose to get, that you have it forever, no subscriptions, you just own it, the project is yours, you have it forever, you're good to go. So here are the core functionalities, right? So here's Dungeonfog, right? We already talked about that. That's the battle maps. What are we getting with Project Deios? City, region, and worlds. District tools, roads and city wall twos, rivers and bridges, biomes, and they have been consistently expanding Dungeonfog over the years, releasing new packs and things, so that'll only be the case with this as well. So here you can see the city builder. They're working on a city just on this little GIF here. Selecting an area, boom, populate it with houses. Each house is equipped with its own automatically generated map notes, including residents per house, construction costs, etc. Will be used to create note-based outlines for your cities. That's another great thing about Dungeonfog. You can get kind of like GM notes, as it's customary for Dungeonfog system. There you go. Every section can be set to a specific archetype, which will affect the random asset pool. Wealth level, poor, average, rich, type of building, merchant, home, administration, races, species, dwarf, elven, etc. Land settlements with just a few clicks. You can also place landmarks and buildings manually, temples, markets, towns, etc. Each planted precisely where you want them to be at any time. The remaining space can then be filled with buildings on the selected maps. So you can see here, we got this. Play directly on the maps. They do actually have a Fog of War viewer, as you can see here, so you can actually design this to be on a digital tabletop if that's a thing you have. Here's a region map. Look, we're doing some editing here, moving some things around. One thing, again, that another map building thing does not let you do is very easily move land masses when you've created them, or as you saw there, connect them together. Vector-based drawing, as you saw, here's some biomes, right? We're creating a biome, select the area, boom. Change that, let's expand our forest right here. See, there we go, and it kind of alters the forest, it makes the outside edge of the forest match. You see that right here, so it adjusts. We can come down here, we're adding some mountain ranges, and it makes it nice and fills it in perfectly. You can see we've got mountains, cities, grassland, deserts, swamp, forest, jungles, ash volcanoes, and ice or polar regions. So that's pretty much every archetype you would normally have. And you can see our world maps, build out big, massive world maps. Advanced export functions, it has other stuff here. You can see climate zones, political borders, multiple tiers you could build, which is interesting because this is something I've actually done in my games. I've gone and made a map and then basically copy and pasted that map to alter it to change for political border's sake, climate zones, water currents, even, like all of these great kind of things you can add in here. Switch between layers, toggle your views. You also have a collaboration feature. Building an entire world from scratch might seem a bit intimidating. With the community maps features, you can form creative alliances and collaborate on your storytelling adventures. You can also share your worlds or use and adapt maps from fellow game masters or authors. So again, you can grab something from somebody else's world and bring it in and be like, oh, I really like this, let me tweak it. Or like, hey, I really need help. I want my friend, John to help me on this map. I'll add him. He's got it. Now we can build the map together, and like I can go to work and come back, and John may have done a whole bunch of stuff that builds the world out. Obviously, that's relinquishing a lot of creative control, but it's a thing you can do. Play and create share feature. We talked about the collaboration, so you can put notes here on the different things. Track party routes and journals, which is amazing. Hey, the party went here and they did this. Put a note on your map so you have it on your end rather than trying to figure that out, which would be huge for me because I'm always trying to remember, shit, what did they do when they went there? Collaboration between multiple authors on shared maps. Kickstarter only, 6 to 27 months premium membership, early access included Bronze Plus as part of the subscription, or the Platinum Plus, the one-time buy-only option, as we discussed. I don't know the currency, so let's just start at the bottom here. 6 months, starting with launch, open beta in winter 2020. Digital badges, access to desktop application. Here's the gold with the early bird. 15 months, get into the alpha, digital badges, pick 2 exclusive art packs. Great GM video series, so they've got like a build your own stuff. Access to desktop application. This is typically the one you want. Right here is the platinum. This is going to get you basically the one-time buy, or no, I'm sorry, down here is what you want, I guess, the lifetime. Free lifetime, start with launch, Alpha 1, digital badges, all exclusive art packs, great GM video series, access to desktop app, plus 1 license key for standalone app, etc. Then we can see all the way down at the bottom for the ridiculous, whatever the 5,000 is here. Digital badges, all exclusive art packs, great GM video series, commercial license, personal world and assets, access to, so this is if you want to be selling things, right? You want the commercial license if you're planning to sell your maps. Kickstarter exclusive asset packs. This is something that I am actually quite proud of, being one of the early adopters for the original Dungeonfog, is there are certain assets that are access to you only from Kickstarter. So you can see here we've got Dwarven, Orcish, Elven, Titanic creatures, Lovecraft, and Evil Lairs. Project Deios exclusive packs. If you choose Platinum, you get all of these. Silver, you get 1. Gold, you get 2. Social stretch goes unlocked. So we have Carcasses, Artifacts, and Wonders. Kickstarter exclusive video series by the great GM. Creating entire worlds with a manifold distinct areas. Settlements offers possibilities for nearless adventure. In this 6-part video series, the great GM lends Kickstarter supporters go level and above. A helping hand ensures his vast knowledge of world building and storytelling. You can see there's some other partners here, right? Word Anvil, a fantastic tool for tracking on a story level your overarching plots. A lot of authors use Word Anvil for tracking their different stories, but it works great for campaigns. Word Anvil is the ultimate world building toolset and complete RPG campaign manager. Game masters can plan, organize, and play their campaigns in any system, and players can fully immerse themselves in their character and the world of the campaign. One system that can support all your map making and storytelling needs. Here's the world. This is what I was looking for. Word Anvil integration. Our partner, Word Anvil, brings a lot of experience with collaboration features to the table. Drawing on their expertise, we will develop a permission-based co-authoring, commenting, and sharing system. Simultaneously, we have a keen eye on the smooth technical connection between Dungeonfog and Word Anvil. We'll start with basic integration features. like accessibility of Dungeonfog maps while editing a world in Word Anvil, or accessing your written world descriptions as a resource while creating maps in the Dungeonfog editor. We'll also pay close attention to functionality of pins. Creating locations will auto-generate pins, and therefore redundant manual pinning will not be necessary. In addition, we're exploring ways to integrate Word Anvil's extensive campaign manager and their character manager, heroes, with Project Deios. For example, our player view could be integrated with heroes so that all party members know their location at all times or the location of the main villain. This is all great stuff. This is like, you want to, we're in a modern technological era of Dungeons and Dragons and RPGs. This is it, right? I mean, this is, World Anvil's an amazing tool. Dungeonfog's an amazing tool. Adding a world builder to Dungeonfog just seems like a no-brainer. Join communities from Dungeonfog. World Anvil, a great GMs, a thriving community of map makers. Here's some art assets created by one of the other partners here. You can see these look very similar to certain other options out there. So I mean, look at the assets for all of these different areas, the different biomes and things. And here's the timeline for release. Fall 2020 is a closed beta. Launch is after that. And here are some stretch goals. We can see portals and planes. We've got star maps, so now we can do space, if you're doing like a sci-fi campaign. Random landmass seeding and random city generator. And another setting. Desktop application. Expand your tool set with Dungeonfog is a browser application. So this is actually adding a desktop application. Here's the evil layers. Additional developer time. Additional developer full-time. And then, infinite stretch goal, 5 times artwork upgrade, portals and planes. Here's all the, I mean, look at this. You can do solar system maps. That's insane. Random landmass and city generator. Random city generator, adjust size, demographics, and layout. Random landmasses. Again, really taking a lot of the, if you don't have the time to fully flesh out a world, but you want to do stuff, like this will help you get along where you need to go. So one-time license keys. All Platinum backers and beyond will receive, in addition to all other rewards, one license key to the standalone desktop application, which will run without subscription. This means that during our extended development time and beyond, you will have access to our alpha and beta, all Kickstarter settings and art packs, also as part of your standalone license, premium access to online Deios Suite until desktop app has been released, one license key to a standalone desktop application that you can either use to activate your standalone desktop application or gift to a friend. So, I mean, get all the social stretch goals and so on. All right, so that is that. Let's talk about pricing now, and I'm going to do it in the form of US dollars because that's the closest to me. So, about $1.11 here. Digital Dungeonfog badge, Digital World Anvil badge. Bronze is $17. Digital World Anvil, Digital Dungeonfog, Open Beta Winter 2020. 3 months of Project Deios starts with launch. Silver is $39. Get you the badges, the access, the 6-month subscription, one additional Kickstarter exclusive asset. We saw you could pick that. Gold. Early to access to Alpha 2 in summer of 2020. 1-year Deios subscription, 2 additional art assets, and exclusive access to Deios world building series by Great DM. Gold Plus for $94. Basically, all of that looks like it is an 18-month Deios subscription. I think that's the only difference. You just get the 18-month. Oh, and Alpha 1, spring of 2020. Platinum, here's the big one. This is the one you want to really go for. Digital Anvil, World Anvil license, Digital Dungeonfog, early access, Alpha 1, spring 2020. 2 years Deios subscription starts with launch. 3 additional Kickstarter exclusive assets, exclusive art packs, exclusive access to Deios world building series. See, now that they just said that gets you full access, but it doesn't look like that. It says 2 years. So I'm confused. Or are they all gone? 2 years. Lifetime. All the lifetime ones are gone. See, but it said anybody who gets a platinum above gets the lifetime subscription. I guess maybe that was to the desktop application. Maybe that was why, and that was, these were put together before the desktop application was a choice. Exclusive access to Deios, world building, yeah, commercial license. And then the only one above that is $5,000 or more, which is, a ton of stuff. So the lifetime ones that we missed out on, down here at the bottom, which were $361. 3 Kickstarter exclusive art packs, exclusive access to Deios world building, free lifetime subscription. See, you know, I'm still planning to back this, but I do have some issues that I have a little bit of confusion between the platinum thing not telling me that I get it unlimited, tells me I get 2 years that starts with the subscription. But we saw over here that it said platinum subscription gets you access, is the one-time buy. Oh, platinum plus is the one-time buy option, is what I saw. See here? Look at this. It says 27 months, and then there's lifetime, but then this is access to desktop app. Platinum E, oh, that's the early bird. Platinum, so there is no platinum. Oh, platinum plus, meaning platinum above, not to be confused with gold plus, which is something separate. But it doesn't list it in the rewards, so I'm a little confused. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey guys, editing Ted here. So I was curious. I was bringing up all this stuff about, you know, what's going to happen and how things are going to work with the platinum subscription. Something I found in the FAQ page of Project Deios I thought was worth mentioning. So let's just jump over here real quick. Check this out. I've been backing Dungeonfog since 2017 as a lifetime supporter. How is this affecting this campaign? Here's your support was/is what made Dungeonfog come to life. And once we are launched with Project Deios, you will automatically be treated as a Deios lifetime member as well. Regarding early access, you will get Alpha 1 access. When it comes to CL and Kickstarter exclusive things get confusing, so here's how we're going to handle that. We will create a special upgrade page for lifetime 2017 supporters after the launch. There you'll find option to purchase CL and all the Kickstarter exclusive rewards for a very special discount for lifetime backers. I will send all lifetime 2017 backers this new link once the campaign is over. Does that mean you don't have to back it all? We will hold any of your support with the highest regard, but technically you are already covered. I just wanted to make that sure because I actually had the same question. I reached out to the developers myself just now before I put out this video and said, hey, is there any discount for lifetime backers? Because I backed Dungeonfog lifetime years and years ago in 2017. So I just want to make that continue with the rest of the video. But anyway, I just wanted to call your attention in the last few hours to Dungeonfog and Project Deios. They're a friend of the channel. This was not I have not been provided copies of this. This is not a paid subscription or advertised interview. This is just me wanting to make sure you guys get in on this if you want to within the last couple of hours of this awesome Kickstarter. Because if not, you're going to be waiting a long time to get a copy of this as it's not launching until after the fall of 2020. So if you want to get in early and get access to it now, this is the way to do it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you already a backer of this? Do you plan to become a backer of it? What would make you change your mind? Were you a little confused, as I was, by the different backing levels? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.